welcome everybody back to the channel. I'm not wasting any time with this one because it's going to be a bit of a longer one, and I don't have forever. I have some stuff we got to do before it starts getting dark out, so I just did a drink review, so I'm going to be sipping on that. That video is coming out after this one though, so I won't spoil any surprises. Not that it matters all that much. Let's go ahead and get started. I have 6 stacks of games on each side. Not extremely tall stacks, but this is my entire Xbox collection, starting from the original Xbox to the Xbox Series X. It is mostly Xbox One and 360 games, and there's really no organization to how these things are stacked. They were in a decent order for a video, but just because of, if you've watched my previous videos, I'm not going to get into it. There's been a lot of change and moving and stuff going on around the house. So, with all that said, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the second most recent original Xbox pickup. Like, this was the second to last game that I grabbed. It was the last one I grabbed before I left Virginia. It is Sega GT 2002, and it's one of those double-sided games. This is the reason I bought it. Jet Set Radio Future. I have not had the chance to play this yet. The original Xbox has not been plugged in since we moved here, simply because everything's been such a mess. But it's very high on my list of original Xbox games that I want to play. Is this one multiplayer? I don't actually know. Yeah, 1 through 4. I have some friends that are coming over on Wednesday, and we're going to play something. We haven't really decided what we want to play, so I may throw this into the, throw this in the hat and see if that's what we end up all wanting to play. But anyway, I think it's going to be fun. I love the art style. I think I played one of these games when I was a kid, probably. Not terribly interested in Sega GT 2002, even though I do like the GT as a car. I think it's cool. But anyway, so yeah, Jet Set Radio Feature is the one that I really am into. One thing I didn't think about is where I'm going to put these games after I've looked at them, so I'll be figuring things out as we go. And then, of course, one of the games of my childhood, Star Wars Battlefront 2. This game is currently in the Xbox, I guarantee you. But I really liked the first one. I had it on PS2. I still have it on PS2, but that's probably the one I put more hours into. But once I found out about this one, it was an absolute game changer. Now, I've done a ramble on all the Star Wars games and media. I've done a big long video on that. It was very early in my channel's life. So if you guys want to know more of my thoughts on Star Wars, Battlefront, anything Star Wars, it'll be in the Ramble playlist, one of my older videos. So, but yeah, this is it's one of the best-selling Star Wars games of all time. At the time, it was the best. So, yeah, it's a great game. I don't think I need to explain too much about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I wish I had one of the original copies, but I do have the Platinum hits, but it doesn't matter too much to me, personally. Anyway, great game. This is backwards compatible with the Series X, which was one of the main reasons I bought it. And then, of course, I did end up picking the Classic Collection up. That is one thing I want to talk about. I'm not doing digital video or digital games today. I'll go over a few, but the majority of what I have is on Game Pass downloaded, and I just didn't really have time to go and write them all down, so my apologies for that. This is my physical game collection. That's all it's going to be today. These next two I'm going to show at kind of the same time, and that is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is the only one of these two that I've actually played a little bit of, and I did enjoy it. It was fun. Let me show you the other one. The other one is, of course, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I haven't had the chance to play this one. I bought them at the same time. I was really in a Harry Potter kick. It was around the same time that I bought those Harry Potter trading cards that I have shown before on the channel as well. But yeah, I've heard people really like Chamber of Secrets, but I've only ever played the Sorcerer's Stone or the Philosopher's Stone. If you are... Is it all countries outside of the United States that have the Philosopher's Stone, or is it just England, Britain? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm not getting too much into these. They're great games. I'm more excited to get to the modern stuff, and I'm going to be capping off this video by talking about what I'll be pre-ordering and stuff like that. So, they're like things that are coming out this year, so fun stuff. But I'm also trying to hurry up and get to the stuff that you haven't seen yet. There's been a few pickups over the last year, and so yeah, we'll be getting to that. We have Spider-Man. This was not a recent pickup. I had this during the last video. I don't remember ever buying this for the original Xbox, to be completely honest with you. I mean, obviously I did, but I had this on the PS2. Absolutely adored it. I think I remember beating it. I remember getting to the boss fight, like the final boss fight with Green Goblin. I don't remember beating it, but I played it when I was so young. This was my first original Xbox game that I bought. 2016 was whenever I picked up the system. And yeah, it's Spider-Man 2. This was originally a game that I played on PS2. And this is just a printed version of the cover. That's why it's so blurry. Might be partially why I got it for $13. I don't know if it was more expensive now, but this is probably the most iconic Spider-Man game, so it's good to have it. That I can tell you I have beaten. So, yeah, these two Spider-Man games. Again, these were both in the first collection video I did in 2024, I believe, December 2024. This video I originally planned on doing December 2025, but that did not end up happening. Justice League Heroes, this was a pickup in 25, I'm fairly certain. No. I don't remember. Actually, I don't think it was. I don't know. Anyway, I bought this here when I was visiting family some time ago. Have not popped this into the original Xbox since I picked it up. It's a childhood game. I have a list of games that my friends are going to be going through. Childhood games. We're going to be playing each other's childhood games, and this is on that list, and it's a co-op game, which is what's going to be fun. This might actually be what we play on Wednesday. We'll see. But yeah, fantastic game. I think it gets overlooked as far as DC games go, even though I remember really enjoying it. But it could just be nostalgia goggles. I don't know. And we're going from that to a game that I know most people despise. That is Batman Dark Tomorrow. The controls for this game are abysmal. But there's something about this game that really drew me to it as a kid. I love this art. I don't know. It's certainly not great. There is no comic inside this version, unfortunately. I think I took the stickers off. I don't know how much I paid for this, but it was not a lot. It's one of those kind of memeable games to hate. So, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to figure out how to do gameplays on older systems. I think this would be fun to try to play quietly. You know? Like, that might be kind of funny to see me play a game that is so rage-inducing. But yeah, anyway, Batman Dark Tomorrow. I remember they had a lot of ambition. Like, originally this was going to be kind of like the precursor to the Arkham series. Like, they were really trying to do a lot of things that they were able to do in the Arkham series that they just couldn't do on this hardware. Scarface, there's supposed to be a whole war between Scarface and Ra's al Ghul, I'm pretty sure, and they had to pretty much cut it down to one mission in a cutscene. Something like that. Anyway, I probably should have gone a lot slower as far as reading, but we're already 10 minutes in, and I'm only about halfway. Oh, sorry, I just hit that again. I'm only just past halfway with the original Xbox games. Now, Batman Begins. This is another game that I bought for the Xbox that I had for the PS2 as a kid. I think I still have it, but it's just because I was trying to move to the OG Xbox because I love the system, I love the controller, and my PS2 it's been unreliable as of lately, and I haven't replaced it. I say lately, it's been a few years since it's been reliable. So this is one of the first games that I bought for the original Xbox that I bought because I wanted to play it, and I didn't, and the PS2 was just gonna not work. So, great game. This really is the precursor to the Arkham series. They do a lot here that they implemented later. The fear system was absolutely revolutionizing. Whatever. Anyway, the racing in this game is so much fun. I love driving the tumbler. It was so satisfying. So I was talking about Battlefront. This is the game of my childhood. Like, if I only had one, it would be this one. Spider-Man 2 would be right behind it. And Battlefront, everything else just kind of falls in line. It can be rotated, but I used to play this religiously. I was able to beat it back to back. I would just keep playing it. I loved it so much. I loved the movie. I loved the game. It's just such a good game. It's so good. I recommend it if you like Batman and somehow have missed this and have the ability to play it, PC, Xbox, or like online somehow. I recommend it. This is a lot of fun. This, I think, was the last one that I played on the OG Xbox. Anyway, absolutely recommended. Just talking about it makes me want to go back and play it. So we're on to the last 3 original Xbox games. Let me take a sip. I'm going to try to power through these. They are all James Bond games. So we start off with Nightfire. This is a good game. Very good. As far as my history with it goes, my dad had the PC version, which I tried to play, and I was very young and had never played a PC game ever, had no idea how to do anything. I was a PS2 player only, so I never beat the first level. But he played it, he beat it, he loved it. I bought it for the original Xbox many years later. Have not played through the full story, but I gotta say, I'm a few missions in. It's fun. It really is. It's not my favorite Bond game. We'll get to those. Those are actually 2 of the next ones, but it's a fantastic game. I don't remember. Does this one actually have his voice? It says featuring Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. It probably has his voice. Probably not just his likeness. But anyway, fantastic game. Fantastic game. One of the best Bond games and a fan favorite for a reason. Now, my favorite Bond game is 007 Everything or Nothing. This one, I can guarantee you, has Pierce Brosnan's voice acting. It also has Willem Dafoe's voice acting, Judi Dench's voice acting. You can see the whole cast right here. Sorry, I was trying to read it through the phone and I almost gave myself a headache. But yeah, you've got a whole stacked cast. This song, Everything or Nothing, is stuck in my head. I'm about to start singing it. It's such a good Bond song. It's kind of reminiscent of Die Another Day's like pop sound. But if you've been a fan of this channel, you've heard me talk about games before, you know that I adore third-person games. I think they're just what I enjoy the most. And this is a third-person Bond game. I think this is the first third-person Bond game. But anyway, yeah, the hand-to-hand combat was fun. I really enjoyed the 2-player co-op mode, which is on the list of things to play with my friend. It's not like the most rewarding, it's not like the most fun ever, but I really enjoyed it as a kid. Trying to replay it as an adult was not super fun, but that's because I tried playing it with him and he's not a gamer, so he really was struggling. But anyway, I really enjoyed this game. It's a whole lot of fun, and if you like James Bond, I recommend this one. But as a kid, I would have said this one was my favorite, and this is From Russia with Love, 007, with Sean Connery as James Bond. Now, This case is in not great condition. It's not really picking up on camera, but it is dented in this area. I just picked this up for, as you can see, $9, but I actually got it cheaper because they had a deal. So I pretty much got it for $4. I'm not going to get into that, but there's a few other games that I picked up that kind of brought the price down on all of them. But this one probably, I've definitely put more time into here, and I definitely enjoyed the multiplayer. I loved playing this one. I have a lot of fond memories with this one. And honestly, it probably alternates which one's my favorite. I've definitely put more hours into this one, so I don't know. But I enjoy them both. They're both fantastic third-person Bond games that brought back Sean Connery, which was really surprising. I was a kid, so I didn't really get it, but looking back on it, it really is shocking that he came back to do this. But anyway, fantastic game. Absolutely recommend it. If you were a fan of Sean Connery's Bond, you have to try this one. Like, if you like Pierce Brosnan's Bond, there's GoldenEye, there's Nightfire. You could play The World Is Not Enough. So, yeah, there's other games that you can play on different systems. Sean Connery, this is what you got. If you like Sean Connery, this is what you got. Unless you want to go play like the NES game or whatever, or the Game Boy, whatever it is. It doesn't have Sean Connery in it, but you can pretend, I suppose. This one is just such a fantastic game. I absolutely adore this one. I can't wait to go back and play it. But yeah, that's my most recent original Xbox pickup, and that is capping off the original Xbox part of this collection. Let me readjust some stuff, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and we are back, sitting pretty, just under the 17-minute mark, and we are one stack out of 6 down. This is going to be a long video. Oh, I just dropped a piece of paper. But next up, starting the 360 collection, is Red Dead Redemption. I bought this about halfway through my Red Dead 2 playthrough, and I have started playing this, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm having a lot of fun, or I was having a lot of fun. I haven't played it since we moved down, but I remember I was enjoying it, and then I started playing poker, and I was playing so much poker on this. I got a lot of money, and John Marston's a rich man now. But anyway, yeah, it's a great game. I mean, it's Red Dead. If you like GTA, you like Red Dead. It is what it is. You're going to like all of them, so this needs to go. I'm actually going to move this. So this stack here, like half of it are the games that I'm playing currently, and I'm going to be adding this to that stack because I want to make sure I get back to this and beating it. I'm nowhere near beating it, but it's a fun game. I really do enjoy it. Yeah, but I'm a fan of Rockstar, and of course, I'm going to enjoy Red Dead. Let's see. Next up we have probably the most underrated Arkham game, Batman Arkham Origins. I've talked about this game to death on the channel. I'm not going to do it too much now. I do love it. I love the boss fights. I will briefly talk about my Deathstroke boss fight experience here. To me, boss fights are what make or break how much I love a game, personally. Like, as far as games with this style. Because the boss fights with this game are the only thing that, in my opinion, stand it out. Arkham Asylum had some okay boss fights. They're kind of like the Mario thing of, like, hit them 3 times in a special place and they're down. Arkham Origins had that to a degree, but they had some really good stuff here. The Firefly boss fight was great. The DLC boss fight with Mr. Freeze was great. But the Deathstroke boss fight here, it's peak. It's my favorite Arkham boss fight. I like it more than the Mr. Freeze from Arkham City. Probably just because I like to be different, though. But here's the thing. My story with it. I was playing on probably the normal difficulty, and I got a bug. It's a buggy game. I had to dock points for that, but the bug that I got was there were like quick time events you had to press, or there was a button prompt that you would use to deflect his shots on you. For whatever reason, when I popped the game in, I played in one session. I just kept going, and I got to the Deathstroke boss fight. It's pretty early anyway. And this is the first time you have that kind of button prompt response thing. That mechanic. Whatever. The button prompts weren't popping up. And I had no idea what to do, so I started flailing, pressing random buttons. It took me a couple of lives, but I started memorizing the buttons that it wanted me to press, even though it wasn't telling me. I thought that was the game. I'm like, did I set it on a really hard difficulty or something? Did I miss something? I was getting really frustrated. I played this the day that it came out. I picked it up in 2013. I thought so, but I couldn't remember. And I ended up, it took quite a few lives, probably 5 or 6 or 7 lives, maybe 8 lives, I don't know. I just remember really struggling. And then I finally beat it. I have never felt such pride in myself for figuring that out. Especially once I reset it sometime later. I was starting a new playthrough, probably right after I beat it, just cause. Probably doing it on a harder difficulty. And then I get to the Deathstroke boss fight, and there's button prompts. I remember being so shocked. I didn't know it was a bug until that moment, and then I look it up. And yeah, it wasn't the most common, but I was not the first person to have experienced it. So yeah, that's my story with it. It's probably why I have such an attachment to this game. I was there when it released. Arkham City and Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight, I was there for when it released. And I just have so many fond memories. And as much as that moment I should probably be upset, I really enjoy that I have that kind of memory with it. Because what if I stopped playing because of that kind of bug, you know? Imagine how different my opinion on this game would be. Anyway, I rambled quite a bit about Arkham Origins. Let's move on from that. When I bought my 360 2 years ago, something around that, 3 years ago, I don't know. No, it was 2 years. It came with a little game lot. I don't care about most of them, however, it did come with the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the original. There isn't a physical copy of the remaster. However, the remaster is the only one I've played. I have not popped this in to play it yet, but I love Bethesda jank. I've gotten so used to those games and their style of game that I just enjoy it. So I think I will probably pop this in, if only for the achievements. Just play around for a little bit, and then go over to the remaster. They are putting it out on the Switch, so I might. I think they're doing a game key card for the Switch, so I might end up picking it up there. This one does have a map and a very. It's got a lot of lore, I'm pretty sure, classes and stuff, and the manual, so it's pretty cool. This is a map that I would probably hang up somewhere, but yeah, a lot of people love Oblivion. I'm very late to the bandwagon as far as enjoying it, but it is a fun game. Now, a lot less to say on this one. For those of you who know me, I'm from Louisiana, so I picked up Madden 11 simply because this is the only time we've been to the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure it's the only time ever, but it's certainly the only time since I've been alive. And of course we won. So yeah, I had to own this. I have never popped this in, but I'm not much of a Madden guy. Good to have it though, if only for the fact that they got Drew Brees on it. Next up is Transformers War for Cybertron. This is another game from my teenage years that I adore. The sequel, Fall of Cybertron, is right there. Spoiler alert. They're not next to each other because, like I said, this is the stack of games I'm playing, and I beat this recently enough. I might be replaying it with my friend if he wants to. If not, we're just going to skip straight to Fall of Cybertron and playing it, and we'll start playing it together. This one's fun. I remember the Triptychon boss fight, I'm pretty sure is his name. Man, I absolutely adored that boss fight. They have a Decepticon campaign and then an Autobot campaign that it's one story told that way. How the Decepticons got to be in control, and then the Autobots fight to reclaim control, or at the very least survive. So yeah, it's a fun game. It does come with the Autobot Jazz code. Pretty sure that's in here. However, because all the servers and stuff are down, nothing to do with this code. If you guys somehow know how to make use of it, just go ahead and take it, because I could not figure out how to make it work, and I don't think it's possible anymore. You know, with all they have the Xbox store closed for the 360 and whatnot. We talked about it earlier. Arkham City, this is my original copy. It's not in the best condition. As you can tell, a lot of my games are not in fantastic condition, but I have to love the disc rattling sounds on this one. Sorry, I got cat hair. I didn't notice. Sorry, I had to cough. That was not fun. I don't know what happened. Fantastic game. Absolutely love it. Like I said, Arkham Asylum came out, and I found out about it pretty late. However, by the time I beat it, pretty much Arkham City was confirmed to be on the way. And man, oh man, this was fun. My first midnight release was for this game. This was probably the first game I became obsessed with. Because before then, I played them. I was obsessed with Batman Begins, but that's really just because it's what I had, and I liked playing it with the different skins and replaying the racing mode, whatnot. But it was different. That level of enjoyment, I did not mind putting the controller down and going play Pokemon, going outside, going do something else. Arkham City, well, Arkham Asylum, I very much fell in love with and played a lot of it. But when Arkham City came out, feeling like I was part of that wave of people to play it for the first time as it was releasing was a different rush that I had never felt before, because it was so new. And for once, it wasn't something I was late to the bandwagon for. Like I said, I was at the midnight release and I played it, and it was just so much fun to see those videos popping up on YouTube, like the tutorials on how to solve puzzles and how to get the Riddler trophies and stuff. It's a part of my life that has been defined by games like this. So, not getting into that for too much longer. We have Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I picked this up simply because I like Batman, and my fiance and I love playing fighting games together. It's fun. Batman is way too strong. A lot of these characters are weirdly balanced, but it's a fun fighting game. If nothing else, it's not the best Mortal Kombat game, for sure. We have Fallout 3. Long story short, for this one, my friend let me borrow it. He said he didn't really care for it. I didn't know anything about Fallout, but I thought that the cover looked cool when I was at his house, so he let me borrow it. I popped it in. I didn't care for it too much upon the first session, but I didn't get out of the vault. In my first session, I immediately had something else to do. I was pretty young, so I was like, I gotta go do homework or go to my friend's house and we'll play something together. But I do remember at some point I sat down and got out of the vault and started really exploring, and oh my goodness, I was obsessed with this one too. I played this after Arkham City. I don't know what year this one came out. 2008. So I was very late to this one, but it was after Arkham City had come out, and people were already kind of raving about it in, that pocket of the internet, but I hadn't really been involved in it, so I didn't know anything about it. But the point is, I fell in love with it. I went back down, and I'm like, hey, how far into the game did you get? And he stopped at Megaton, and I was like, dude, you have to go here, you have to try this, you have to go to this area. And he was like, I didn't even know all that was in there. He was my age, so that same kind of whatever, play it for 5 minutes and see if it's for you. He gave it another shot. I gave him back his copy. We played it at the same time, and it was so much fun kind of meeting at school and being like, hey, so how far into this did you get? And we both went in completely different directions, doing completely separate quests, but it was so much fun. I ended up buying a copy for myself later, and simply because I have some weird obsession with owning things physical, I bought The Pit and Operation Anchorage, Broken Steel and Point Lookout game add-on packs. Not that I need these, considering I play on Xbox Series X. I, at some point, bought the game digitally. I'm pretty sure these actually came in one. I bought these all on eBay as a lot. Fairly certain. So, I don't even take this out of the case. I own it simply because I like it in my collection, but it's a great game. I don't own Fallout New Vegas physically, but I need to. But anyway, we're getting to some 360 games I don't really care too much about. I haven't played. That is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. It does support Connect, which we have now. Oh, and then of course I have Part 2. Never played this, but now that I bought the Connect for my fiance to play Dance Central and stuff like that, which is not here, but that's technically a part of the collection, I suppose. But I don't care. Notice they took the Better with Connect thing off, even though they both... Oh, you couldn't even see it that whole time, I bet. That's what I get for not looking at the screen. Sorry. They took off the Better with Connect bar. So, yeah. I should have been looking at the phone. I hope that you guys could see the games. I'm not going to restart the video, though. We're already half an hour in. Not that anyone cares about this one. I received this one in broken condition because I really wanted to play it, but I didn't have any of the extra things you needed to play Infinity, and then I went to sell it, and it wasn't even worth pennies, so that's why I haven't sold it. Anyway, that's the first half of my 360 collection. We're going to move on to this top half for games that I'm currently playing, so we'll go ahead and get started with 007. This is the Quantum of Solace Steelbook. When I was looking for it online, I wanted to own it again. This was the same price as buying a regular copy of the game. And in some cases, this was cheaper. See what I did there? But yeah, this is Quantum of Solace Steelbook. This is going to go pretty well with my 007 First Light Steelbook that I've pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the collector's edition. I did that when I had the money to do that. I'll get into that later, but this is an alright game. It's pretty much a Call of Duty James Bond skin. This is the one I'm currently playing, though, mostly for achievements. Currently inside of this case is TMNT, though. I bought this game loose, so it's just in a paper sleeve. But I figured Quantum of Solace is in the 360 right now. Let me just put TMNT in here. I'm not terribly worried about it. It's an alright game. I do have fond memories with it, but it's not the best Bond game by any stretch. And I don't think you'll find anyone saying that it is either. I completely forgot to say, I do have Agent Under Fire loose for the original Xbox as well. Forgot about that. That's probably in one of those cases, to be honest. I don't know. So, that's there. We move on to the most recent Bond game I've picked up, or second most recent. Bloodstone 007. Sorry, I received a text, so I was just reading that. A new Bond adventure. Have not played this yet, but I'm very excited to. I've always wanted Bloodstone. I know it ends on a cliffhanger, but I still want to play it. This is set, I believe, in between a Quantum of Solace and Skyfall. It's a third-person game, so you know that I wanted it. This is just a still from Quantum of Solace, from behind the scenes. That's the only fun fact that I know about this one. I will be playing this eventually. Like I said, it's on my list of games that I'm playing currently for the 360. Next up is Lego Lord of the Rings. This is going to be fun. I bought this right after my fiance and I finished the extended version of the trilogy for the first time. That was our first times ever watching Lord of the Rings for both of us. So, can't wait to get into this. I'm that little guy right there, in case y'all wanted a face reveal. And then, of course, like I said earlier, Transformers Fall of Cybertron. I got this for an absolute steal. I knew I was going to want it, so I picked it up, and I don't regret anything. This is one of the best. This is the best Transformers game ever, in my personal opinion. It's just so good. I wish that the multiplayer servers were still up, or I wish that I could at least play like those survival-based modes that War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron have, but they're online only, so you can't play as Jazz, you can't play as RC in this one, I believe. And then when I played this multiplayer at my friend's house, in the multiplayer, you can make like your own Autobot. So I was making Ultra Magnus. Oh man, that was so good. I love that. Anyway, one of the best Transformers games of all time, and of course it's on my replay list. It'll actually be my first time playing it since I bought it for the 360. I've only ever played it on my friend's PS3. Moving on, we have the amazing Spider-Man. Again, I owned this one, and then I bought it back somewhat recently to replay it, and haven't had the chance yet. There's so many games. I don't know why I opened up some of these. I know that there's not much going on in the menu here, but anyway. This is set between Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. He has a utility belt, which I always thought was kind of neat. Face off against the Rhino and the Lizard, and yeah, I like it. I liked it as a kid. If I replay it, who knows if that opinion will still hold. It will not be better than Insomniac Spider-Man. That's just the case. That's the truth. It's not better than Ultimate Spider-Man. It's not better than Spider-Man 2, the original. It just is what it is, but I enjoy it for what it is. And I want to replay it, get some achievements, and call it a day. Ultimate Spider-Man, I wish I owned for the original Xbox. However, I've chosen, once I start getting into the GameCube recollecting, I'm going to buy it for that system to just kind of strengthen the third-party stuff I'm getting for that system. Grand Theft Auto 4, this came in that lot with the 360. I've never played GTA 4. So far, I've only played GTA 5. This case is in horrible condition. It doesn't even close at the top, and it's sticky and brown and cut up on the back really badly. So I don't know what they were doing in their 360, but it is what it is. I do want to play GTA 4. I really do. And then we get into the games I'm not replaying at the moment. Halo 3. I'm not replaying this because I'm in the middle of Halo ODST in the Master Chief Collection. But yeah, this one comes with a poster as well. It's a fantastic game. I will replay it eventually, but it's not on the list at the moment. I have a long enough list. But yeah, fantastic. And like I said, ODST, the Master Chief Collection. Mostly just going for achievements. This one's also in horrible condition, but what are you gonna do? Then we get to some games I have no interest in playing. Fable 3. I tried getting into Fable before. It just doesn't seem like my kind of game. However, the new Fable does look like my kind of game. So I will be playing that. We have Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires. No idea what to do with that one. I mean, these all came with the lot. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I kind of like this one, but the case is in such shit condition. And then GTA 5. I may end up keeping this just for the collector side of things, and the case isn't horrible. Does this one come with a map as well? No, it doesn't. It does come with 2 discs and a broken thing though. So anyway, that caps off my 360 collection. Give me 1 second. So sorry, I had to cough again. But yeah, let me just move this here. Yeah, but with that, we move on to the Xbox One games. So we have 3 stacks left to go. Starting off with Dead Rising 3. And from here on out, I'm only going to stop and talk about the ones that I have something to say about. Haven't played too much of this, but it's fun so far. It's definitely a Capcom game. Put this here. So, stack over here. It's definitely a Capcom game. It feels like it. Nothing crazy. I was talking about the Master Chief Collection. This is fantastic. I didn't play it when it first came out, so I don't know how buggy it was, but I know that it was, like, with the servers and stuff, it was a very bad launch experience, but I haven't had that problem at all. And now we get to one of my favorite games of all time, Cyberpunk 2077, and it comes with all of the goodies. So yeah, very exciting stuff. I love having this. I regret nothing. I did own 2 copies at one point. I gifted it, the other copy to my friend, who has not played it yet, which is a little disappointing, but I love Cyberpunk 2077. Their comeback was, it's so awesome to see that other people love Cyberpunk as much as I do. Another game that I love that will probably never get that kind of appreciation is Hitman. This is Hitman 3, but it's Hitman World of Assassination that I'm talking about, which includes Hitman 1, 2, and 3. It's just such a good game. I was playing it on my Switch earlier. There's so much content here now that it's out. If you can get it for a decent price and you like this style of game, I absolutely recommend it. It's somewhere in between stealth and just completely ridiculously comedic action. It's fun. I enjoy it. The freelancer mode isn't for me. If you're into those kind of roguelites, that might be good for you, but I've heard that even people who are into roguelites, like your entire run can be shafted over something completely not your fault. I suck, so when I ruin it, it's completely my fault, but that's just what I've heard. Anyway, Lego Marvel Superheroes, another recent pickup, and this is on the list of things that I'm playing with one of my friends. I think I talked about it in that pickup video, so please go ahead and check that out if you're interested. This was near the end of 2025, October or November timeframe. I picked this up to play with him, so you'll find that on my channel. I'm gonna put this over here so I don't lose it, because he's coming later today to play. It's a different friend. I get real confusing, but I'm not name dropping no one. Far Cry 4, fantastic game. Just wanted to own it for myself, and at $5 to me, that's a steal, considering I really love the game. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Batman Arkham Knight. Is anyone surprised at this point? I like them all. It's not my favorite. It's certainly the prettiest. But it's very good. And as far as tiers of just like all the games that I've played, it's definitely extremely high on that list. But out of the Arkham games, it's probably third or fourth place, simply because I have so much nostalgia for the others. Arkham Asylum is one of my favorite games of all time. If I'm picking, I can only have one out of the four of them forever. I'm probably going Arkham Asylum. Even though there's technically more to do in Arkham Knight, I just love Arkham Asylum. Arkham Origins has the best boss fights in my opinion. Arkham City has the best story, and also the other best boss fights. Arkham Knight kind of just has the aesthetic and the Batmobile carrying it. Except for the times that the Batmobile kind of ruins the experience. But enough of that conversation. Sunset Overdrive, probably my favorite Xbox exclusive outside of Halo. I just absolutely adore this game. I would love to see a sequel, but it's made by Insomniac Games, who are owned by PlayStation and Sony, so probably not happening again. But if there is a second one, it'll probably be on PlayStation or multi-platform. Fallout 4. Nothing to say about this one that isn't said about Fallout 3. It's a great game. It's not the best. It's the most popular because it's the most easily accessible, and I'm not surprised that people like it as much as they do, but in my opinion, it's not the best. But I will say, I bought this one. This one and Arkham Knight, I was at midnight releases for, and they were both fantastic experiences at that GameStop near my hometown, so a lot of fond memories with them. And at the time, I probably would have said it was my favorite, if that gives you any, just how times change, your opinions change. I played New Vegas after 4, though, so that might be why my opinion is so certain. Not certain. But anyway, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I did not get this for $60. I don't remember what it was, but they had some deal going on. I was never going to buy this game, but I was really in a Black Ops mood, and I don't regret it. This campaign, I love this campaign, and I had so much fun with the multiplayer. I was told not to play because it sucked, and I enjoyed it so much. The zombies, I did not enjoy too much, but I really liked it. I think it was probably overhated, but in some ways it was very justly hated. I don't know. I'm not going to get too much into that. I haven't beaten it yet because I haven't had the chance to. Black Ops 6 came out while I was in the middle of a playthrough with it, and I should have rushed, or not in the middle, but it was announced at some point, and I just didn't finish Cold actually have an opinion, but I do have 2 copies of Battlefront. I bought this one pretty recently because I was going to give my friend my original copy. I just like the Stormtrooper logo. I think this logo, cover art. Same stuff on the back pretty much. Nothing crazy. But I did not end up getting the chance to give it to him because he ended up joining the Navy before I got back. So I'll give it to him eventually so we can play some of the old survival stuff together. And then I can say with absolute confidence that I've played these games. This should be in my 360, but my 360 collection. But since they're in this style of case, I chose to put it with the Xbox One collection. But yeah, Black Ops 1 and 2, some of the best to ever do it. I don't really need to say anything about those 2 games. They're both incredibly popular for good reason. And we have Red Dead 2. Again, not much to really say about it. It's extremely popular for good reason. So, these next 2 Xbox One games I bought at the same time as From Russia with Love, and that is Tomb Raider. Again, I got this for a lot cheaper than $9.99. I really bought this just to have it. I have started playing it. Sorry. I bought it just to have it because it's on Game Pass. I have started playing it. It is fun, surprisingly. Or I wouldn't say like an incredible amount of fun, but I heard really horrible things about it. But once I started playing it on Game Pass, I kind of like it. So I kind of took and I'll show you why I took a risk with it. But I haven't hated it so far. I'm not super far into the game, but it's kind of like Uncharted, really. It's just kind of what it feels like. But anyway, the real reason that I bought that one is because for even cheaper than that, I got the Steelbook of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I thought it'd be cool if I just got the trilogy. This is the one that I've heard the best things about. Like, people really enjoyed this one. Comes with these postcard things of the games, with these card stock of Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So the 3 games in the trilogy. So yeah, I just kind of took a lucky shot that I might enjoy these games as I play them some more. We'll see. So far, I'm not regretting it yet. But I have to play a lot more through Tomb Raider before I make that decision. So, a game I bought, not midnight release, I don't even know if they had one, but I bought it pretty early, like maybe a month after it came out, or somewhere in that first month. I'm a fool for Destiny 1, and when Destiny 2 came out, I really enjoyed the single-player campaign, which you can't play at all anymore, so they can just go ahead and X off the rich cinematic campaign part. But anyway, I bought this to play with my fiance, and we're having a lot of fun with it. Snoopy's Grand Adventure. We're pretty early on in the game, but so far it's been a fantastic experience. I get to play as Woodstock, just kind of flying around and helping out, but she's mostly playing it. This was a very fun game. With the new Ace Combat coming out, I have a feeling I'm gonna probably play this right before it comes out, just to try to play it a little bit more. I have the Top Gun Maverick DLC. It is fun. I'm not super big into the flying sims, but whenever I'm looking into something of that vibe, Ace Combat's never let me down. Transformers Devastation. This is worth a lot more now, but people, I think, have severely overlooked this game. I really enjoyed it. It's a Platinum Hits, is that what it's called? Or not Platinum Hits, Platinum Games. Where's it on here? Why is it not on here? I could have sworn they don't put where Platinum Games do like those fighting style games, I'm fairly certain, but I'm surprised it's not on here at all. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's right there. Platinum Games Incorporated. It's definitely their style of game. I think after Fall of Cybertron, people were looking for more of that, and this wasn't that. It was its own thing. But I like them for doing that. I bought this kind of out of peer pressure. My friend said he loves Dark Souls. It's one of his favorite game series of all time. I bought this. I haven't really had the best experience with it, but that's because I suck. I'll probably try to go back to it eventually, but I don't think I'll ever beat it. L.A. Noire, fantastic game. It's another Rockstar game that I have to go back and really put some time into because it's a long fucking game. I'm a decent way through it at this point, though. The only Xbox One game that I do not have an actual case for in Modern Warfare 2019. Not much to say about it. I tried to play the campaign and it was glitching out and not letting me download the campaign. So I have never played it. Probably played one multiplayer match and said, oh my god, I just want the campaign. That was the only reason I bought it. So maybe one day I will try to figure that out, but it was too annoying. Madden 19, this came with my Xbox One S. I didn't really want it, and I still don't play it. I've played it a couple times for achievements, but I don't really care. Fallout 76, I played it a little bit recently with the new DLC and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's Fallout 76. It's fun in short bursts, but whatever. Mass Effect Andromeda, have not played this yet. It was another one of those for $5. I'm willing to give it a shot. And it is on my backlog of games. So, Amazing Spider-Man 2. I believe I'm on the last boss fight of this game. I have not beaten it. I probably need to go back and go for it, but we'll see what I end up doing. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. I'll go back eventually, but I'm just not really in the mood. I'd rather play the first one. I was interested in this when it was first announced, and then I heard it got horrible reviews, and I have not played it. I should have just risked it, but I'm glad I didn't, because now I got it for $5 instead of the full price. I have a feeling I'm going to probably enjoy it. This was the only at Best Buy, because it came with this controller skin, but I have not used it, and likely will not use it. And then the last Xbox One game, Watch Dogs. I bought this again because of the $5 mark, and have not had the chance to give it a shot yet, even though IGN calls it remarkable. So now we move on to the last stack of games in the Series X. Let's make some room. It looks like we might just hit the 1 hour mark, so pretty cool. This one is in the system right now in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's a fantastic game. I'd love to own Fallen Order physically. It's such a good game, dude. This is so good, and I'm so excited for the third one. It really needs to come out. I hope that it's not doomed to be delayed or canceled, but I wouldn't be shocked, unfortunately, at this point. But we can all hope and dream, right? We can all hope and dream. One of my more recent pickups in Marvel Midnight Suns. This was heavily recommended. I have started playing it. It's got some cringy dialogue, for sure, but it hasn't been horrible. I've enjoyed it so far, but I'm not super far into it. So I'll give more of an opinion once I've played more of it. I got this, and again, you'll see later, for Black Friday from GameStop. I've already done it in a pickup video, so it doesn't really matter, but I haven't had the chance to play this yet. There's so many games to get through, and I haven't been on my Xbox pretty much at all because of my fiance's parents living with us with all the horrible weather and stuff. It's just been such a drag, there's just been so much going on, and my work schedule changing every couple weeks, so this game has unfortunately fallen victim to because of how insanely busy I've been. I haven't had the chance to play it, even though I was so pumped when it was announced at that State of Play some years ago. So I'm very excited to have it. I cannot wait to sit down and play it. But I haven't yet. Now we have Metal Gear Solid Volume 1 Master Collection. They just announced Volume 2, which is very exciting. That makes me want to go back and play some of these, but I have a feeling I'll probably just skip to Snake Eater. We'll see. I would like to get through some of Metal Gear Solid and Sons of Liberty, but we will see. I've played a bit of the first one. I really was trying very hard to get into it, and I did enjoy it, but I think that style of game isn't my absolute favorite. But anyway, so this was the other game I got with Snake Eater Remake, Battlefield 6. This has been alright. The campaign's very short, but I enjoyed it so far. I think I'm on the last mission, I'm pretty sure, based on what I pieced together from the achievements that I'm missing and stuff like that. So anyway, not getting into that too much. Starfield, talking to Bethesda jank like I was earlier. I like this game. I really, really do. I know that there's strong opinions about it. I'm not saying it's their best game. It's absolutely not. And there are some significantly large flaws that kind of detract from the fun. But building ships is my favorite thing to do in this game. I love building the ships and going fly them. I wish there was more to do in space itself. I was obsessed with this game when it came out too for a little while there, but it's not their best game. It's not my favorite game from them, but I love it. I hope the rumors of this Starfield 2.0 that I've been seeing online are true, because I'd love the chance to go back. I have re-downloaded it just to mess around. The last ship I built in it was the Ghost from Star Wars Rebels, and it's so much fun to fly. It's so much fun, dude. Anyway, moving on. We have the only sealed game here, and that is Snoopy, the Great Mystery Club, or Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club. I bought this for my fiance again. This one and the Great Adventure at the same time, but we're playing that one, or the Grand Adventure, I'm sorry. We're playing that one first, and then we'll get to the Great Mystery Club. I originally bought this game because the cover had Zion Williamson on it, a player from the New Orleans Pelicans. That was the only reason I bought it. Got it for $1.99 or something like that. And they ended up giving me this copy, and I didn't want to say anything. I did not feel like, hey, you gave me the wrong game. It's not what I'm looking for. It's the same game, but different cover art. And I have never played it. Like you can see Zion there. I don't really care. I do not care. I've never played it. I was only buying it to support the home team, to be honest, because I like having the Louisiana theme stuff. Anyway, I wish I didn't save these two for last. Should have done this in a different order. However, we're down to the last two Xbox Series X games, which are probably objectively some of the worst games I own in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Fun gameplay, unfortunately. I enjoyed the maneuverability, like running around and actually shooting things, but the story is one of the worst games I've ever forced myself to suffer through. It's not great, but I had the achievements as badges of dishonor to prove that I've beaten it, so it is what it is. I don't recommend this, especially if you're a Batman fan. I don't recommend it. If you like shooters, third-person shooters, and like some unique gameplay, you might enjoy it. If you close your eyes and ignore the story, the gameplay, like I said, was unfortunately pretty fun. Repetitive. Sorry, the gameplay wasn't fun. The mechanics were fun. They could have done so much more with what they had there, but instead they just chose to do the same repeaty bullshit tacked on to one of the worst stories I've ever read. Anyway, the last one, Gotham Knights. This one really disappointed me. It's made by WB Montreal, the guys who did Arkham Origins. I think this would be a lot more fun if I had someone to play it with on co-op, but I don't have that. I have a friend who was interested, so I told him if he can buy the game for a couple bucks, which you can find it for that cheap, I'll absolutely play it with him, and I'm tempted to buy it for him just so we can suffer through it together and I can get the achievements. But we'll see what happens. I will beat it eventually. If I've beaten Suicide Squad, I can beat this, but it sucks that that's the last one we're ending on. Let me reorganize this, and then we'll wrap up the video. Just kind of handhelding. You can see some of my fiance stuff in the back, but yep, just to wrap this video out, this is my entire Xbox collection for now. Hopefully I'm able to expand this collection a little bit more, mostly in the original Xbox area. There's a lot of games coming out, so this stack will be getting larger. with Lego Batman 4, 007 First Light, Mouse PI for Hire. What else? There's some other stuff coming out that I'm interested in, but of course, off the top of my head, I'm struggling to remember. Sketch, help me remember, buddy. There's another video I'm doing. It's going to be the last part to my games I'm looking forward to series. I did that in a multi-part video, and then a lot of stuff got announced, so I'm glad that I did that. But anyway, part 2 will be coming out soon. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video as I start to get hopefully more consistent with these uploads again. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by,